Okay, so with this video, we're going to look at the data analysis that we performed earlier and convert that into a chart that we will use for the laboratory report for that research in the scientific method laboratory in the HOL content. So here we have our averages for the height and the wingspan that we're going to be putting into a column chart. So with that, we will insert another chart. And when you click into the options here, we will want to select a 2D column option. And again, it comes in blank, but we can add our values to that by here going into the select data. We again need to add a series, which the name of this series is going to be the height in the centimeters. And we're going to take that average, but just make sure for the Y value, you get rid of the content there before clicking into the average for the height measurements. And we're okay with that. And we see here that we have our height average in the column graph posted. But we need to, of course, then add in the second series, which the name that we're going to be looking at here is the wingspan measurements. We need to click into the Y values, get rid of that, select the overall average for those values, and we hit OK. And we have our data. And it is posted with correct axes. But we do need to fix this a little bit. Here, this value doesn't really mean anything, so we're just going to go ahead and delete that. And then we do need to add into the chart enough information to represent the data. So these values are going to need an explanation, and then also the columns need an explanation. And we can go into the add chart elements to add the axes titles for this to represent the data. But we can also, if you notice here, go into a quick layout where they have pre-programmed graphs for the columns. Here, I'm just going to select the layout 9, and you notice that it adds in the axes titles as well as gives this legend, which represents what these values are. So this we can get rid of again. And in all honesty, the axes title here, because the legend represents that, is not so needed. But if you wanted to continue to keep it, it's really how you want to represent the data. So it's not correct to leave it or get rid of it, but you do need to have the legend if you didn't have this labeled below. But this one is of the measurement data that we had here for the height and the wingspan. So if you want to label it as that, that would be fine. Same thing here to some degree, that we wanted the average in centimeters represented. So you just want to make sure that the units again are given so that you know what that actually represents. And then you'd want, of course, the chart title, which this is the average measurements of height, average height and wingspan. Okay, so you could put something in like that, and it does represent all of this. However, we can also include the standard error bars. So for this, we can, again, select the column, and you can go into the add chart elements, and you see the error bar is an option. And we're going to click into more error bar options here. We're going to here customize this a little bit and specify the value that we want to use for the error. And we've already calculated that earlier in the data analysis, so we can just click into this for the height, which is the bar that we're looking at currently. And you do this standard error for both the positive and the negative of what would be above and below those average values. And you can just click OK for that. You would do the same thing here, where again, you want to add the error bars, and you want to do so where we can specialize to use the specific standard deviation. So we have to customize that and specify the value here, just like we did earlier. And this one happens to have the same value superficially for the standard error. So when we click OK into that, that we do have now the chart built where we want it to show the standard error bars and the columns averages between the average height and the average wingspan for the data that we collected.